get together. You know the spirits are going to be flowing. The intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he knows they have got one of the best rushing offenses in the country based on the strength of their back. But they will be facing one of the most stingy defenses in the country, a top 10 rushing defense. We will see this strength-on-strength battle. Who will win at the line of scrimmage? Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football. Be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge.
Here's a little room there. At the 20. And he scored! Touchdown, Dogs!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Jones to throw. Pocket breaking down. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. And he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off and gets a positive gain.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll run play action. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, and two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades...
There's some room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators! Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, I mean, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Quickly to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Phillips. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. He called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back. He came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
The Dogs are moving quickly down the field. The run inside. It's Phillips. Got enough for the first. Finding some room. To the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Jones wants to throw it. Incomplete, and they got a hand on that one early.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone. And they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Pryor. Running free. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running the red zone. It's ball. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Gator.
And he's in for a second touchdown, man. He knows what to run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. At the 45 on his way. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Florida. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turned on the Jets, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Phillips. Got room at the 35. Turning it on. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bulldogs. His big game continues. 3 touchdowns in this one, and now 15 for the year.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Jones to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Wide open, he makes the catch. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive. Maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later, go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. play of the period. First down here. Here's a give the ball. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Gators have moved it inside the 20. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Jones wants to throw it. Caught on the left side by Wilson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff for Ball. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. It's good, easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, what?
Makes the catch, and he's free. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And that's why this guy is so dangerous. He's an explosive play just waiting to happen, and it doesn't have to come just handing the football off. That was a simple check-down throw, but he got it to him in space, and all of a sudden he does the rest, right? He's able to see the field. He's making people miss. He's got tremendous contact balance and speed. They get an explosive play in the passing game on a simple check-down throw to the running back.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Might have a chance. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bulldog!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. comes the offense. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen and pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's there to make the stop.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Jones to throw. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Using his legs, it's Phillips. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And I think with Florida, man, it's all about the quarterback position. When it was rolling at its peak, right, it was Jesse Palmer and Tim Tebow. That guy was pretty good, too. But, like, finding that guy that can make the plays. I think bringing in Buster Faulkner is a big deal. They'll have a great offensive identity. But, Palmer, Florida's good when they got the trigger man.
Well, the good news is they didn't have to leave the U.S. border to find the next guy like they did way back in the day. But you're right. I think Buster Faulkner really is the key. I thought one of the big moves for John Sumrall in the offseason was bringing in Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. One of the most difficult coordinators to defend. You ask any D coordinator in the country, and he always seems to get the best out of his quarterback. So they had a guy in DJ Lagway. They had really high hopes. Things didn't work out. He moves on to Baylor. But this is a critical spot. How quickly this new quarterback can get on the same page as his play caller, that's critical for their success.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Gators will call on their punt team.
And that's a good sign for this defense, man. The first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together. And they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job.
And he loses the football on the return. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat them.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. to throw. It's Stockton. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldog! They got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Makes the grab. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Gators decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets a block. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Phillips. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he made the extra point without problem. Coming out with it, it's Mays. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Spits it out to the back. Got a man, it's Ball. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Wants to throw it again. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Florida! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gonna run it. It's Phillips. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. They'll knock him down for a loss on the play, force a fourth down, but they don't have any timeouts to use to stop the clock. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers taking on the Maryland Terrapins. And it's Pitt engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Gators racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside of wide.
And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Jones wants to throw it. He's got the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the catch. There he goes. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. And the Gators are flying down the field. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
On target over the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Looking to throw again. finds his big tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Gators, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the grab. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
Touchdown, Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Chains now on 2nd and long. He might want another play. Scanning the field is Stockton. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
Man, I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the bill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. He scores for the 5th time in this game. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you, bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jones to throw. Under fire. Being chased. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Yeah, what an effort. I mean, the late...
He uncorks one deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Rush is on him. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And a nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Here's a heat. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end.
He's got it inside the 15, and he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Here's a give the ball. Runs through a tackle. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him in some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Bully ball on third and short. And he won't make it to the marker. Stonewalled for the second straight play.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Gator!
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Fourth down situation, and the offense comes through, playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Jones wants to throw it. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Riddle will check on his condition. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. On the run, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. The 40. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jones to throw. Finds his back in the middle. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball.
Runs through a man. He might have space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Well, this quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Pryor. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got it on the move, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Jones wants to throw it. Moving out to the right. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Oh, they're after him! Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Makes the grab. It's Wiley.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28th. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. The snap sets up the throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this offensive line knew they had a huge challenge coming into this game because the defense registered 6 sacks their last time out. They knew that they were going to have to win some one-on-ones up front. They finally lost the battle on that last play, though. That was the first sack they've allowed in this game.
They kick it away on 4th down. Secures it at the 30. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Jones to throw. Complete out left to Wilson. Oh, he got loose. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Got it in the middle. It's Singleton. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Gators moving quickly to the line. Now from inside the red zone. The quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clyde. Touchdown Gators! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Stepping to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. We're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Looking everywhere for room to run with really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Working that left side now. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch. Jones wants to throw it. Good timing on the quick out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The run inside. It's Pryor. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. Hauls it in. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. And he'll get out of bounds. Just a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And he tacked on the extra point. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. It's complete on the right side. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We just got to be smart with the clock management.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Wants to throw it again. Going to try to get it himself. He's knocked down short game. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And that's exactly what this defense is going to have to do late in this football game. They understand the situation. They're in the full 2-minute drill. They're playing pass, but understanding the quarterback can still run. Nice job playing pass, playing coverage first, protecting yourself, and then rallying to the football and getting the quarterback on the ground. Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Going for 6. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They move on top here on the 4th. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own.
And how about this QB coming up clutch in a big moment? Gotta have it. You've dreamed about it your whole life. He puts the ball on the money. They make the catch, take the lead with seconds remaining on the clock.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking for space. It's Pryor. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunted down and took out the Gators. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.